Peace. You coolin' with the Completists. Today I want to discuss Invincible. Well, there's actually a few things I want to discuss about Invincible. First off, loved it. Been talking about Invincible comic series for a while. I am definitely one of the individuals that watched every episode the day and time that it dropped. That's just what I do. So I like to discuss with certain fans of certain hobbies, and I like to create discussion threads. I like to discuss these things, Speaking of, anytime y'all want to call in to the show if you have questions, or even if you want to be a part of the show, the links to all of the pages that is related to my content is on my profile on Anchor, and I'm always posting stuff. Every day I post some stuff, whether it's on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. I post stuff all the time. But either way, let's get to this Invincible. Well, I have actually, why this segment has been created so late is simply because of the fact that a lot of people have came to me about spoilers. Me personally, I don't give a fuck about spoilers, especially if the story has been out for years. That's always been me. But people do have to understand that, especially in today's age, a lot of people aren't trying to go 100%, not trying to be 100% accurate when it comes to the live adaptations of certain stories. Like, prime example, Invincible's comic book series was a great story, don't get me wrong. But the actual series on Prime made the story more in depth. It explained more, it added more to the story, and it added continuity. It made everything make sense. Because, in the comic book series, you'd want to be as elaborate as possible. But, it takes money to be that elaborate, unfortunately. You gotta, create panels. You gotta have the artist, draw everything, and then you know what I mean. There's a lot to go with it. That's the same thing with animes. People like to complain about certain mangas being animated and saying that it's nothing like the manga. I mean, it costs money. You have to understand that it costs money to bring these illustrations to life. So, but for Invincible, it was just the other way around. Like, the comic book series couldn't be as elaborate as the TV series. But either way, for everybody who's watched it, I know that everybody has been kind of shocked and in awe, when it comes to the brutality of the series, which I warned people about also, but that's neither here nor there. But one thing people have to get, is that was the whole point of the creators of this comic. They wanted a superhero story that was actually realistic. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted, honestly, when we talk about superheroes, a lot of superheroes have durability. Let's just be honest. A lot of them do. Some more durable than others. But one thing that we rarely see is the fact that these humanoid beings, from other planets, their density, how strong they are, you know what I'm saying, the durability, those things are a risk to the average human being, or even a risk to someone equal in power. Because if you read the Invincible story, you have the Viltrumites. The Viltrumites have been going to war all the time. They try to either make the planets. Either the planet comes along for the ride and, becomes an ally and, be conquered by the Viltrumites, or you getting demolished. You know what I'm saying? And in their time, of conquest, they have fought individuals, even themselves, to, purge the civilization, or whatever you want to call it. They fought individuals that are equal in power. And when they fight people that's equal in power, they, of course, are going to get sunned. Some of them are going to get sunned in brutal ways. These are strong individuals we're talking about, But either way, they changed Mark's character a little bit. They changed Amber, of course. And they changed his best friend. In the beginning of the comic book series, he didn't come out to Mark as being gay. That actually came out later on in the series, in the comic book series. But there was a lot of changes, man, and changes that I did not have no problem with, because, like I said, it made the story fit and make sense, especially for people who are noobs or casuals to comics or just this comic book series in general. Like, you have to let people in slow, or you sometimes gotta let people in fast. You gotta, get them hit. But seriously though, people have to really understand that there are differences between, there are two different entities now, especially in today's age when there are adaptations, live adaptations created from illustrations or from novels. Y'all have to understand there are two different entities now, especially when we have like copyright issues and things of that nature. A lot of movie studios don't want to give the creator of the story a lot of creative rights, you know what I'm saying, and have them a part of the story. It's a lot of things, a lot of politics, but either way, y'all understand. When we're talking about the Viltrumites, when we're talking about superheroes and things of that nature, they just made the story more believable. Because let's be honest, a lot of superheroes, we don't know their true intentions. Sometimes they are just filling the void just temporarily, until their plan can come to fruition. That can be the case. It's happened before. But at the end of the day, we're seeing a lot of changes. We're seeing a lot of changes, especially in the market of film and comic books, because we got to understand that these comic books have a lot of great messages within them as well, and I'm gonna be doing a segment with my man's Terrell's and my man Terrell and my man Marcus later on tonight, and we're gonna be talking about the impact that a lot of these stories have given to the world and the different messages that you find in different comics. That's gonna be later on, but either way, yeah, there are reasons why these stories are made, to show progression, to show perceptions, perspectives of different things. A lot of people didn't like, some people didn't like Invincible. Some people, think that they are just now Invincible experts. But me personally, I'm just happy that this story was animated, and I'm happy that people enjoyed it as much as I did when I first picked it up. That's all. I'm happy. Now I'm waiting on Luther Strode, and I'm waiting on the Prodigy, Edison Crane. We're gonna talk about that later. I've talked about Edison Crane on my TikTok. If you want to go to the Completist one, I'm talking about him too. I'm gonna make a video about Luther Strode later. But either way, man, we have a lot of stories that are brutal, but have great messages, man. And y'all gonna get hip. If nobody else is gonna get you hip, the Completist is gonna get you hip. Konkrete is gonna get you hip. Now, like I said, if y'all have any messages, any questions, and you can even be a part of the show, go ahead and go to my profile, add a message, send it to me, and I'll get right back to you, and I'll add you to my episode, to my next episode. That is all for today, family. Peace. I definitely have a busy day ahead of me, but everybody be safe. Love yourself. Love your family. Ashe.